Boom, big H back again. Come on, man, 33 and that active. It's still a beautiful day to me, you know. Like I don't even care. Like to me, the breeze feels nice, isn't it? Like, but obviously, I feel like it was due to rain still because it's been hot for so long. Like I know the plants are thirsty, but fam, I wanted to talk today to you, man, about like I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that feeling like in life. Like you could even be like 20 years, I don't even care how old you are, but you feel like you're just in a loop. Oh, sorry. You just feel like you're in a loop. Like, for example, what I mean by a loop here is like, let's say you're 20 years old now, you're a 20-year-old girl, yeah, and you've gone through like 8 different niggas that were all shit in their own way, in all different ways, but we're still shit to you at the end of the day. Like, but because it was all 7 different ways, they're trying to make it seem like, it was just 7 different niggas. The next one, the next one, the next one. It's like, it's sometimes like you know that you were in the wrong sometimes in the situation, or it's not as 100%. It's not as black as and white as it seems. Do you know what I mean? But you don't want to accept any responsibility for your shortcomings, so you put everything on the other guy, and then at this point you've now made it. He's your savior now. Do you know what I mean? Like, because you put everything on him now and all the blame and responsibility on him. Do you understand the amount of power you've given him, and the amount of power you have drained for yourself as a woman? Like, and vice versa, because there's some men that are simps out here, man. Like, Black China really did done secure the bag from Rob. I can't. But anyways, I feel like self therapy is very, very important. Okay, in the moment whilst you're angry, you might be angry in the moment, but you really do have to sit down afterwards and understand the depth of that anger. Some people just live in that anger, or they try to just bury it because they don't want to feel it. They go and like quickly get a bottle, or you have not dealt with the situation, and you might have dealt with the person as a person completely, but it's still lingering around, man. Like you haven't, it's unsuppressed, and what you give off, you may not purposely be trying to give it off, but that's what you're giving off. So you're going to receive that. Like as a man thinks, that's what he is. Do you know what I mean? Well, that's what as a man believes, I should say. But yeah, I feel like you can be so honest with yourself. Like, you don't need to lie to yourself, or like 100%. You really do not. Like, why are you lying to you? Do you know what I mean? Like, you hate being lied to by other people, and you're not lying to yourself, and lying to yourself, saying that you had no responsibility in it, that this is all blah blah blah. So you can even look at the international stage. Look at what America is doing to China. Because they didn't blah blah blah, and then the whole woo thing, or who, and like if you just magnify what we are harboring inside ourselves for our fellow people, you can see the exact same thing in international affairs. International affairs should be fair, should be peaceful, should be prosperous for all lands. But no, we rather we rather fight each other. And you can see this throughout history. Like, history repeats itself. Once that happens, the fact that you can see it in yourself, you can see it as a nation, you can see it. Like, why do we not start with ourselves first? 100%. Start with ourselves first. Actually accept ourselves, and then because once you've accepted yourself, you can actually, you've hit rock bottom. You've 100% hit rock bottom. So you only have one of two choices: to continue to lay there, or you're wise enough to know you do not want to lay there. And coming out of rock bottom, you went to rock bottom, so coming out is just going to be as hard. But there's no amount of suffering that you will go through that will compare to the joy. Listen, there's no amount of suffering. The second you have entered the joyful bits, all the suffering, you've forgotten about it immediately. Just endure to the end, man. And I need to say this for myself too, because sometimes I be feeling, some days, you know what I'm saying? But I always need to reaffirm that with myself. So I'm trying to reaffirm that with you. But hey, man, that's what I'm saying. Listen, self-therapy, accept yourself, understand, go to the depth of your anger and why that bothered you. Because, listen, it's a known fact. A human being that's prone to anger can easily be controlled. You're an animal at this point. Easy. You're not using your mind. It's a primal instinct. Be angry. No one's telling you not to be angry, but use that anger differently, man. Use that anger differently. But anyways, that's Big H. That's all I had to say today, man. Safe.